Basically, I started following IPL from the first match, KKR, when Brendan McCullum scored 150 out of 73. That was the first match. And since then, I've started supporting KKR, and I've been a loyal fan for KKR.
Every year, I make it a point to attend at least 4 to 5 home Mumbai Indians games. We play, I think, 7 matches, so I make it a point to watch at least 5. This year, I was a bit disappointed in March when I got to know that there's a lockdown, and then I didn't even expect that the IPL will happen. But thanks to the BCCI and the IPL Governing Council, they went ahead with it. Now, I've made my living room into a mini Wankhede. So, in a way, am not missing, but yeah, the fun and excitement of going to the stadium and cheering for Mumbai Indians is something else.
Yeah, see, cricket is a funny game. So sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't. Last year they could have made it in, but the issues between the management and the players. So even after that, they could have just made it in line. The Sunrisers were on 13 and KKR were on 12. So that one win could have still made them qualify for the playoffs.
Lovely.
And they lost to us at Wankhede.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like a rivalry. India, Pakistan, Australia, New Zealand, Australia, England, and that kind of a rivalry.
That Mumbai are known to be slow starters. So whenever we have lost the first games, if you see in 2013, 2015, 2017 or 2019 for the fact of matter, we have gone on to win the title. So looking at the positive side of it, I would definitely be hoping that this time also we can repeat the history itself.
My son Harshul, who's a very great fan of KKR, we always go to the Eden Garden for the match, okay? So all the 7 matches we had seen at the Eden Garden, and every time KKR won, the Man of the Match award was given to Harshul by the player. So when Andrew Russell got the Man of the Match award, he gave it to my son and told him that he's the catch of the match. And that was his award, catch of the match. And he gave the trophy to my son, Harshul, and told him that you are our catch of the match. So it was a very touching experience.
So I was there in the stadium during the 2014 Mumbai versus Rajasthan Royals match wherein we chased 190 plus. I remember I was in the same stand as the owners, the Mumbai Indians owners, the Rajasthan Royals owners, and then we fans were there. And when they scored 190 and then we got to know that we need to chase in 14 overs, we were like, how's it going to be possible? And if you observe that match, we lost 4 wickets in like some 70-80 runs, and then Corey Anderson and Ambati Rayudu, they played a blinder. I remember when Ambati Rayudu got run out, the Rajasthan Royals supporters, they were cheering and hooting because they won, and the dugout, they were also cheering. And then we got to know that there's one last hope. If we score a boundary or a 6 on the last ball, we can still make it. And then we witnessed one of the greatest matches ever. James Faulkner bowling a full toss to Aditya Tare and he whacking it to 6. And we won that match, and the celebrations we had that day at Wankhede was insane. So this is one of my most fondest memories related to Mumbai Indians, watching a game in the stadium. Then in 2015, when we wanted to qualify for the playoffs, our last match was at Wankhede with KKR. We needed 12 of the last over. A dangerous Yusuf Pathan was still on the crease. Rohit Sharma gave the ball to Pollard, and a couple of matches that Pollard was hit for runs in the last over by Dhoni. So it was a big risk, but Pollard delivered that day. He took Yusuf Pathan's wicket, and when 6 was needed of the last ball, he bowled a slower one, and Piyush Chawla couldn't hit it for a 6, and we won that game. We went to the playoffs and we became the champions.
Once I have gone to a stadium, every year I go. So I usually take a stand where the MCA, which is every fan is there from Mumbai, cheering Mumbai. And I'm the lone warrior supporting KKR with full jersey, caps, wristbands, with phone covers. So I'm the only one who's a KKR fan. If I win, I can dominate the entire crowd. If I lose, I have to get smashed by the entire crowd. That's the risk. This is kind of a experience I experience every year.
You know what? Since he's been going to the stadium very often and he's a wheelchair-bound child, it is such a touching moment because everybody wants to just touch him and they ask me whether they can have a picture with him. They make him a celebrity just because he's met the players and he's met Shahrukh. So they feel that even he is a part of the KKR team. So that is a very proud moment and loving moment for my son.
These points are being raised up by people who sit at home on their couch having a samosa in their plate, and then they would be commenting on the fitness of the players, which is unfair.
Exactly.
If they live up to their expectation, like if they beat any particular player in terms of fitness and then they are criticizing it, fair enough. But sitting on the couch having something and commenting is not something I believe personally. And secondly, if you see, this was the first game of Mumbai Indians after for all the players after 6 months. So yes, players were a bit rusty, and that was evident. But as the tournament progresses, I'm sure things would sort out. And even our team, our trainers are behind all the players in terms of fitness and nutrition. I'm pretty sure about it.
As long as the players are performing, they're scoring runs, we don't care about the fitness. Even our captain, even after people saying on social media that he's unfit and all, has 4 IPL trophies as a captain. So yeah, as long as he scores runs, he captains the side well, we are happy with it.
KKR's bench strength this season is quite a thick one. Last season they were thin and there were issues, so the replacement for Chris Lynn was not there. A replacement for Andrew Russell is not there in international cricket, and even in IPL you can't get a replacement. A replacement for Sunil Narine was not there. The overseas contingent was injury prone and they didn't have replacement. This year we have Chris Green for Sunil Narine, we have Tom Banton for Ian Morgan, we have Ali Khan and Lockie Ferguson for Pat Cummins. So we are basically covered.
Whereas I would say we have got an experienced campaigner in the form of Aditya Tare, who has done brilliantly for Mumbai Indians in the past. And we are all aware how good a batsman and a keeper he is. So if given a situation wherein supposing De Kock is injured, so we can shift our batting and Tare would definitely, that it has to be Surya or it has to be Tiwari, as he said. And talking about the Indian pace bowler, see, Bumrah is world class. There is no doubt about it. We've got Dhaval Kulkarni, who would be who's an experienced campaigner, has played for all the 13 editions in the past, has done reasonably well. And if you see his form, for Rajasthan last year, it wasn't that bad, honestly speaking. So we have got our team well set. And talking of our playing 11, that more or less would be the same in all the games.
Can I say all the 11 players?
You can't say all the 11 players. You have to pick one.
We want all of them to perform, but I would love to see Hardik Pandya get back in form, because if he gets going, then no target is more for us, and we want him to get back in form because his form is very crucial for MI throughout the tournament. He can contribute both with the bat and the ball, and he's a good fielder as well. So I'm hoping Hardik Pandya will put up a good show tonight.
Yeah, I hope Rohit Sharma fires tomorrow. First of all, we know his love affair with Kolkata and the Eden Gardens, but this time it's not the Eden Gardens. So I hope he continues his love affair with Kolkata this time also. Is when Rohit performs well, Mumbai sleeps well.
Rahul Tripathi, Shubman Gill and Nitish Rana. So those three can have a discussion with each other and say that we three are the ones who have to consolidate the innings till the 12th or the 13th over. From then, we have to cut loose. And even if we lose our wicket, we have 3 players who are match winners in the middle orders, and they are good in the middle orders and as well as finishers. In the form of Earn Morgan, Andrew Russell, and Dinesh Karthik. All these 3 can have a conversation with themselves that even if one of our 3 fails, so other 2 can be there. So there's a comfort cushion we have this year, which we didn't have last year because it was only Andrew Russell all the way.
Right.
In the finishing this year. So
right.
This year we have Morgan, Russell and Karthik. They 3 can switch their roles just like Mumbai Indians have Pollard and Pandya brothers. So it's like we do also have the competition amongst the Mumbai Indians.
Hardik Pandya.
Little worried if I would say right now is Kyron Pollard because he's on song and he's a very dangerous player.
Andre Russell for sure. He can on his day change the course of the game like anything. He can do it with the bat. He can do it with the ball. He's a handy fielder as well. So I think Andre Russell will play a huge role for KKR.
So I'll like to say शायरी for the Mumbai Indians fans. हारकर जीतने वाले को बाजीगर कहते हैं और हर साल हारने के बाद भी तुमसे पहले कप लेके आए उसे केकेआर कहते हैं.